Boys, liquid ass is getting better. It's getting better. Beep.
I knew you were going to do that.
That is actually... God, I didn't come up with that, so I wish I did. I think that was Fireship, so good on you, mate. You nailed that. But it's very interesting. So we had a lot of, thoughts about it. Like, we're just a bunch of guys. We don't really know. We could be wrong. I've been wrong once or twice in my life. But it sounds like that what they've done here, in the main thing, is they've increased... is it increased the opacity or decreased it? But it's now a little bit less see-through, and it actually improves quite a lot. You can already see, like, that's what I want. That's
Apple
much
frosted
better.
glass.
Can you see? What am I looking at here?
No, look at the background. Look at the background.
The background's
see how
blurry.
the buttons now stand up off the background, and then the buttons are just a bit less see-through, more opaque. It's a frosted glass.
It's frosted.
There we go. Daryl's rebranded it. It's called Apple frosted glass. And yeah, so you know what I really like about this? One, they're listening. Amazing. Yeah. A company at that size has gone and implemented those changes, in a couple of weeks? Like, that's some agility.
I reckon they were already doing it.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon they launched it to get in the hype cycle. I think that's the case. There's no way that you just quickly pop this out. You're already doing it. Yeah, or you had it in your back pocket. Like, if people really blow up about it, we'll just do the increase contrast version.
Yes,
and we'll launch that 2 weeks after. Like, people are still talking about this now 2 weeks after WWDC. Either they rushed liquid glass to get it to WWDC, had a ready point that was a month before WWDC because they have to make all the marketing materials and everything. They've probably had 3 months in between because you'd have to get all of that stuff ready quite in advance of the conference. They probably knew that they had those problems and would just address them. And now they get this repeated hype cycle of all the updates and changes.
Do you reckon though it's good for your brand to have such a negative thing?
Not for Apple, but in any other case, I would say yes, because this just proves continuous development and continuous improvement, and shipping things before they're ready is a good thing in my eyes, not so good for Apple.
Mm. Yeah, because their brand's built on perfection. So to ship SHIT isn't really ideal, I think, from that perspective, because they are known for the radius of I saw someone do this, the radius of the MacBook Pro is the same as the radius on the phone, is the same as the radius on the iPhone case. It's if you're going to do that much effort, is it worth shipping? But I totally agree. If your play is, and this could be a new Apple that we're seeing, right? It's let's try something different and be the viral, because it went viral. Let's be honest, it was super viral. Big. So if that's the case, and then people go and they use it, because what also saw, even Kit's there up the top there, he was saying he hated it, and then he used it, and he's like, I love it now. So it's one of those things. It's it's so different that you don't like it. You think it's crap, but then.
It's the new model of a car comes out and you're like, that looks horrible. And then a year later, you're like, I could buy one of those.
Dude, that's growing on me. But look, it's better. Still not the best. I still don't like how it's... I reckon you could go even further.
More frosting?
Yeah, more frosty. Just to get it.
It's they had... You know how they had those things of putting glass on the thing right there? I think they've just gone what does glass look like now? And possibly it's because of the way they're actually generating it so it is glass. They can just increase the distance, so the Z index in physical space, essentially. And the further you get away, the more distorted glass is always going to be. So they've probably just pushed it a little bit.
Yeah.
I see.
Maybe. Or they just went increase blur. Slider and just went, cool, job done. All that modeling, all the physics is kind of just chucked in the bin. We were laughing at how they had the glass literally on the table.
Yeah.
Watch it. Imagine being the engineer going all right, I'm going to go and build that. That's it sliding on top.
Okay.
Yeah, so it used to distort before the glass touched it, and now it's only distorting after the glass has touched it.
See.
It's crazy.
How do you do that? Can you give me an idea, Ken?
I can't.
Or Daryl, on what does that take computationally?
Yeah, all right, so just get out your code editor quickly, and I'll just run you through it.
I got Claude here ready to go. Yep.
What I guess is kind of can tie it in here is just everyone. It's very funny to see everyone else's perception of what is considered good versus what I would say what Daryl and my perception of good is.
Yep.
We have a very different, this is good. versus other people that go like, I just saw the Claude stuff and obviously spitting out apps. This is not liquid glass, but it's on the same design thing.
Yes, yeah.
Some people go, this is rubbish. Some people go, this is amazing. And then different tiers of quality. And I guess that's why we feel like Apple's dropping the ball because they've been known so much for quality.
Yes.
But I can see that in the next phase of apps, like people just don't care so much about it or something. They're just like, looks great. And I'm like, that looks like AI made it. And it looks like I did that when I was 15 years old. Like, that's what it looks
nuance,
like.
No taste, no nuance.
But, like, this is just, I find liquid glass is the most fascinating for me because it's so complex to implement, but it doesn't improve the UX or the user.
It's not actually an increase in experience. It's just, well, okay, there's something to be said that design could increase experience, but it's not fundamentally different or anything. It's just the same with a filter. It feels like an Instagram filter.
It's made it harder to find what you want to do, I think. But anyway, very interesting. They're actually listening. So the key points are massive company, actually listening, improved from beta 1 to beta 2. This is why you pre-release, like Daryl said. Ship it before it's ready. Ship it something that you're embarrassed of, and that's probably what they did. They said, send it, see what happens. It got a reception. They fixed it by the time they actually release, the final version.
Yep.
It's probably going to look great.
Steve would be rolling in his grave. The new direction.
If everyone was talking about this and he's like, you haven't made anything yet? This is it? Yeah. This is what we're doing?
He would have smashed all this glass with a hammer.
Oh, dude.
It's really interesting to think about that, hey?
Yeah, what would have been?
Anyway, that's always fun to look at. But
we've got to keep looking forward, mate.
Love it.
Crazy.